and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's makeup look is this that is on my face obviously, but it is my like everyday quick and easy makeup. I can do this in about 15-20 minutes and I am loving at the minute this lipstick shade for spring and summer. I just love like corally colours in the spring and summer. I think they really suit me with my dark hair. Maybe you think differently, but so if you want to see how I achieve this look, you can keep watching. And here is a wee bit different today because I film in my kitchen and the natural light's coming in the window, but I still have my ring light on as well because it's a bit dull without it, and the natural light can get a wee bit dull from time to time. I'm going to start off by priming my face. My forehead is really like dry or dehydrated at the minute, so I'm going to use a wee bit of this Garnier for dry skin. It's moisturiser. So next I'm going to spray my face with the Urban Decay B6 spray. The guy in the shop says that it is great for all skin types, but it really absorbs any oil as well, and it sort of like works throughout the day. So I suppose even with sort of drier skins you do tend to get that wee oily bit on your nose during the day, so it's a good all-rounder. Like I used to use MAC Fix Plus all the time, but I am becoming a bit obsessed with this. Next I put MAC Oil Control down my T-zone. And can we just talk about my hair at the minute? Like, it's just washed. So I try and let it dry sort of naturally for a wee bit so I don't have to put too much heat on it. Though I only wash my hair like once a week anyway, so there's never too much heat near it. On the rest of my face, my favourite I would probably put a wee bit of this on my areas of texture, but this is just like my everyday, what I do with my makeup. So while that is settling into my skin, I'm going to take my spoolie, comb my brows. I'm so crazy today. And I'm going to take MAC Spiked Pencil. Really good for me at the minute because my eyebrows aren't tinted. When my eyebrows are tinted, they're quite dark, so I would prefer to use stud. So if you see when I draw my line there is a gap, but you want to draw like a nice straight line and just fill in the gaps very lightly with the pencil. eyebrows, I use my MAC 252 brush and my MAC Select Cover Up in W15. So even though this is like my everyday makeup, like I still like to have like my brows on. And they need done so bad. And everybody always asks me, and I just do my own eyebrows because I do not trust anybody else with them. My lids, I'm going to use the collection powder and this wee brush from MORPHE. This powder is so nice and matte, so it gives like a really good base for all your shadows. In the crease, I'm going to use MAC Kid, and I'm going to take my 224 brush from MAC. I'm going to start at my outer corner and back and forward motions so we get a good bit of product placed all over the lid, the eye. So I'm always holding my brush like out at the end, so that's nice light pressure. You can hear my washing machine in the background, I'm very sorry. Then to deepen that, I'm going to take my Zoeva 228. I'm going to go with Lockout from the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. Just the same sort of motions right in the crease. It's like quite a pointed brush, so I love it for the crease. Going back over the lines with my 224 to make sure that it's nice and blended. The outer corner, I'm going to use this like dark brown colour. It's a MORPHE 25B palette. And then I push that into the outer corner and start blending. Just where I placed it. Blending, and more blending, boys. And then in my inner lid, I'm going to use, because it's like springtime, there's that there, sorry. This is like, if it can come up, it's sort of like a baby pink colour from MAC, and I like put one of those like magnets on the back for the Z palette, so I'm not sure what it's called, and I can't really get it off to see. Taking like a wee flat brush for it. Even though it's like baby pink, to me it doesn't really come up too pink when it's on the lid. And on the edges of that with your 228. And diffuse all that together. There's no harsh lines. This is a really basic eye look, but that's what you want for every day. Next, I'm going to highlight my brow bone because this is just like an everyday look. I'm going to use a highlighter. So I'm going to use this Makeup Revolution highlighter, and it is like, hold on to show you, massive. My wee smoky shader brush. Like, you know the drill, Maybelline, so we have a 317 brush. Only gonna put like a wee fine skim of eyeliner on today, I think. Because it's nice and sunny, I don't want it to be like, oh, in sunlight, when everybody sees me, then I look like a complete drag queen. So I'm going to move on to my base. I'm going to use the ILLAMASQUA skin base. Nice and glowy for like springtime, summertime. Again, a stippling brush. This is like a bit finer than the MAC 187 brushes, but they're great. They get really good coverage and they get really into them wee like crevices around your nose and all. So I'm just going back and forth. Some people like use a flat foundation brush to apply their foundation and then buff it in, but like cut out the middleman. It's an unnecessary step unless you want like a really heavy coverage. And like if you're using ILLAMASQUA skin base or like MAC Studio Fix, you're getting a good coverage anyway. You don't really need to be applying it with a flat brush unless you have like really bad like problem skin. Like I have so much redness on my cheeks and it's basically gone. So I found my first grey hair today. It was here and I pulled it out. I'm not sure if you're meant to pull them out. I know there's like that thing that goes around that if you pull them out you're going to get like about 10 more, but it had to come out. So I just use a wee finer brush like in between my eyebrows, just so I don't ruin what I've already done. Take my flat brush again, just go around my brows. Not so much carving them as just avoiding getting foundation on them. Just to make that a wee bit more natural, just like sort of blend it in with my finger. So I'm going to use a wee bit of the Naked Skin by Urban Decay concealer, and this is the shade Light Warm. Just need to go really fine line down the centre of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, the usual. Give my Inglot 4SS. And when I'm under the eye, I just like pat it in, so you're really like setting it as you are applying it. I find this way just doesn't crease as much. And then buff in the rest. My washing machine is so loud, oh my god. I'm going back in with my stippling brush just to blend out any lines. Setting under my eyes, I'm going to use my ILLAMASQUA list powder. The shade is 010 and it is a translucent powder, so it's not going to like change the colour of your concealer or foundation. So take it out of my M438 from MORPHE, and I'm really just going to go back and forth, patting it in under my eye to set it up. I don't tend to bake. I find it just accentuates the lines under my eyes, which I do not want. My nose, and these wee bits around my nose as well, because that seems to be where I would like lose my foundation during the day, you know, from like touching your face or rubbing your nose and just like maybe oil coming through. Taking my big fluffy brush, set very lightly the rest of my face. Like my forehead doesn't really need that much because it's so dehydrated at the minute. It's just like not going to move anything. To warm up the face, I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix powder. This is NC35. When you apply it, it just warms up the face slightly when you're not too tan, and sets a good base for your contour because it adds up a bit more coverage as well. So this is a Makeup Revolution brush. It's really big and fluffy. It's sort of like the MAC one. I'm not sure what number it is. See how that adds just that wee bit of dimension without using like something as harsh as Give Me Sun. I love Give Me Sun for when I have a tan on, mind you, like, but I think this is just nice for like when you have not that much tan on. Mask the forehead at night. On the jawline. For contour, I'm going to use my Hoola bronzer. This, like, where has this been all my life? I'm obsessed. It is the most beautiful colour. It's like not too warm, not too cool. I'm not really into like real grey ashy tones for contouring. And this is my 530 from MORPHE. Just fits into the cheekbones perfectly. Make the kissy base. And I always bring it up a wee bit just because my face is round, so I want to like elongate it a wee bit. Yeah, I do love my contour. You don't have to go that mad with it. Right. For my nose, I would probably use like a smaller fluffy brush, but because this is just like a daytime, I just like quickly run it over it because I don't want it to be like walking down the street in broad daylight and these two brown lines like down inside my nose. Not a good look. Products to be multi-use, and I'm going to use this Makeup Revolution highlighter again to highlight my face. sort of like the MAC Nylon, Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma of like the drugstore, like cheaper products. Really nice. Wouldn't recommend it too much if you have a tan, because it's just a bit white. Like it looks quite champagne-y here, but it does come out quite pearly. On my nose I use this like wee MORPHE blending brush in 423 and just a wee bit of highlighter. Like if you're really conscious of the oil in your nose, don't do this, because you're going to be looking in the mirror and thinking, oh my god, I'm so oily. It's just highlight it, can't I? Yes, I do wear this every day. People will be watching this thinking she's lying, but if I was going out during the day with makeup on, this is how much I put on my face. If you do not like it, that is fine. I respect your opinion. Each to their own. So for blush, I'm going to use MAC Melba. So dirty. One of my absolute faves. It's quite like a sort of like pinky, peachy, corally. It's a bit of everything. It just goes with everything as well. I don't like my blushes too pink or too coral, though I do like MAC Peaches as well. So it's just some real techniques. I think it is the blusher brush. Blush brush, yeah. Eyeliner, because it is like a more spring daytime look, I'm going to use my Rimmel Nude eyeliner. It is 005 Nude. So if you don't want to wear eyeliner in your bottom waterline, always like pop a nude in, because your waterline has like reds and pinks going through it, you know, and they are accentuated when you put like eyeshadow underneath. So this just like colour corrects your waterline. Take my wee Anastasia pencil type brush. Worst explanation ever, but one with Faith actually, from the Urban Decay palette. I'm going to take a Zoeva pencil brush and this like dark brown colour again, and just put that right below my lash line. Smoky still, but the nude liner keeps it quite fresh, makes my eyes really stand out, which I don't really need because my eyes are quite big anyway. Mascara is going to be Benefit the Real Obsessed. That's all I have to say. Like, great mascara. The brush is amazing. I don't know if you can really see, but it has like a wee ball at the end here, and that's great for getting into like your lower lashes. I think I want a wee bit more than the Revolution highlight, and I'm going to use Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma. I think I'll use Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma. Looks like this. Use like a wee bullet brush. Lip liner, I'm not sure at all of the number, it's all over off, but it's like a nude. popped a wee bit of Urban Decay Unicorn lipstick on over that lip liner, and I really love it. It's like peachy coral shade, lovely for spring and summer. I love this sort of colour on myself for this time of year. It's a comfort matte, so it's not drying or anything, but it really lasts quite well during the day. I love wearing it in work because I know it'll stay on me for most of the day. That's it here. So this is the finished look. This is just like my everyday makeup. It usually takes me about 20 minutes if I'm like not filming it. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, give the video a big thumbs up. Comment below with any videos that you would like to see me do in the future. Make sure to subscribe. Bye!